Hi everyone, so my name is Noor Amrina Amni and I'm gonna talk about that top video I just watched. Um, so the title was about is generosity is the most underrated skills in leadership. So this speech was given by Joe Davis and he thinks that generosity is the most essential skill to have when it comes to leadership. So because leadership transcends traditional titles. Like if you are a leader, you are required to be generous to help people even without being asked. So that's why it's important to be generous as a leader. So he also highlighted a few core traits of generous leadership. So the first one is that listening deeply, and by that he means that by listening to what your I would say team members are thinking or what's their opinion. It can build a strong trust between the leader and the members, which is very important to have a good relationship in a team. And the next is curiosity about everyone. So like I said, it's important to be curious about everyone in your team because it can bring mutual trust, and you get to know your team member better, which will help you in the long run because you will know each one weakness, each one specialty, and it's great. As a leader, you need to know everything about your team member. And the next one is that vulnerability. Like if you are a leader, you are not expected to be strong. Like no one expect you to be like super strong and you don't have any weaknesses, you are not vulnerable. That is wrong. So as a leader, you are allowed to be vulnerable because when you are vulnerable, you can share your problems, your struggles, which will make your team members think that uh my leader is not that different. Like he also have the same feeling as me, which also will build a strong trust. And the next one is that generosity without expecting. So like I said earlier, as a leader, you need to be generous. You even when people don't expect you or don't ask you to be, you just need to be because and sorry um because if you are generous, you will help them, you will support them through things, and which will make them uh comfortable around you, and it can make your team member grow and see, go to you the first thing when they are in trouble. sorry sorry sorry, I just sneezed. So the next so after that he also share his um I would say his experience as leader. When he was working, he learned that being a leader doesn't mean asserting dominance or asserting powers. It means guiding and supporting your members. As a leader, you how do I say this? Like you're not let's say you're not the one on top. Yes, you are on top, but you should treat your member as your equal, not as your subordinates. You're not as someone who's lower than you, because that is what a good leader is. And and yeah, he just talked about how being a leader is important to everyone else. And I guess that's it. I have no idea what to talk anymore. I think I'm also very sick, so so I can't do a thing much. So I'm just gonna end this video here. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.